Hey everyone, I hope you guys are all doing great and having an awesome Sunday morning. My name is Joanna and I am so happy to see you guys again and talk to you guys today. So today I'll be talking to you guys about Abraham, and more specifically how Abraham had hope in God even when he was in the middle of a situation that seemed impossible. But before we get started on our lesson though, I have a couple of questions for you guys. So my first question is, wherever you guys are living right now, if you guys go outside at night and look up at the sky, can you see any stars? And if you can't see the stars, I was wondering if you guys can name any of them or find any of the big constellations. If you can't, it might be a fun idea to go outside tonight and try to figure out the names of as many stars as you possibly can. So the reason I brought up stars is because it's gonna come up again in our story today. So, like I mentioned, we are going to be talking about Abraham today. So, one day, God told Abraham to move to a new land. And this was kind of a scary thing that God had asked of Abraham, because Abraham had never been to this new land before, and he didn't know anyone there, and also he didn't know how to get there. And Abraham could have really been scared, but he remembered that God was always with him wherever he went. So Abraham chose to obey God, and God promised Abraham that he would give Abraham a big family and turn Abraham into a great nation. But there was one problem. Abraham and his wife Sarah, they were very old and they had no kids. So God took Abraham outside one day and he told Abraham to look up at the sky. And God said, "Can you count all the stars in the sky?" And Abraham thought to himself, "Surely not. There are too many stars in the sky to count." So God told Abraham, "This is how I'm going to make your family. Your family is going to be so big that it's gonna be impossible to count them." So when Abraham was 99 years old, 3 men came to visit him. And these men that came to visit Abraham, they told Sarah that she's going to have a baby soon. And when Sarah heard this, she started laughing. She said, "I'm so old. How am I going to have a baby right now?" But Abraham believed what God had told him long ago, and he believed that God would indeed give him a big family. So when Abraham was 100 years old, him and his wife Sarah, they had a baby boy, and they named him Isaac. And so the moral of our story is that even though Abraham did not know how things were going to go, he still had hope, and he completely believed what God had told him. And so this is also a lesson for us. Whenever we are in situations that seem hard or things just seem impossible for us, we have the Bible with us, and we can go into the Bible and we look at the promises that God has given us. God has promised to be with us wherever we are. He has promised to help us in whatever situation we are in, and he promises to give us strength. So just like Abraham, we can choose to believe completely in what God has told us, and we can choose to obey all of God's commands. Alright you guys, and before we end our lesson for today, I just want to go over the memory verse from this week, and it is in Jeremiah chapter 23 verse 11, and it says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you a hope and a future." Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed the lesson, and I wish you guys all a great rest of the week, and I will see you again soon. Bye!